with me today is VP of Customer Workforce, Matt Eyer. Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you on the show. Tell me, what's going on at Irvine?
So at Irvine Company, as you know, we're got a lot of our property in one location in Orange County. We also got some in Northern California, but a lot in Orange County. And so really what we're trying to do is get closer to our end customer and really affect that customer experience. One thing that we're working on right now is digital transformation. And what we mean by that is, yes, we have a website, yes, we have a way where we can interact with our customers through mobile, but how do we bring the Irvine Company experience to life digitally? So that's really what
How
we're
are you doing
right now.
that?
So what we're doing is we're doing it through a myriad of ways. We're having resident mobile apps for our multifamily. We're coming up with a mobile app for our commercial real estate group. In the retail space, we're doing wayfinding through a digital touch screen experience at some of our malls. And that's what we're doing right now. And I think that's kind of like phase one. And what we want to do is we want to tie that all together. So if you imagine, and we're a mixed-use property company. We've got office, retail, apartments, resorts. Imagine if you work across the street from a large mall, and you go there often to shop or to eat, lunch or whatever. What if I can? First of all, I have to create a digital experience where you want to tap in as a customer working at that office space. So let's say that the way that you get into the building is through your phone.
Okay.
So now I have a good reason for you to use my app. Now through that, as I get to know you as a customer, I can provide services and opportunities and promotions to you. And now all of a sudden, I might give you a good reason why I want you to go over to the mall across the street.
Interesting.
And let's say that there are services I want to offer you as a customer in my office. For example, we have a gym, right? And so I want to make it so that you can sign up for different classes. You can see how you're doing compared to other people who attend the class. So we're trying to tie that all together from a digital experience.
Are you currently employing an app like this at Irvine?
So in our multifamily space, we've got a resident mobile app. So our residents who live in our apartments, actually, we're piloting that right now, where customers can pay the rent, they can submit MSRs, they can actually see what retail offers we have available in our local retail spaces. That's currently piloting right now. Something else that we're looking at right now as well is, and we're at the beginning stages, is two different things for the office space. One is keyless entry. So we're trying that right now, and we're trying to see how we can tie that into other experiences. But we actually have different prototypes that we're trying right now, where we can actually go into our office with our phone without a fob or whatever. Another one that we're just starting, we're not quite live with, what we're looking at right now is it's an experience where our customers at office can interact with some of our larger gyms that we have on location or that we partner with. And so we actually have an experience, a mobile experience that we're defining right now with that.
Well, how does that work?
It works really well. If you go to the gym, so we have this new marketing campaign that we're doing where we want to elevate the experience of our customers.
Okay.
And so when you say elevate that experience, it's a lot of different ways. It's the work environment, it's the work-life balance, and as part of that, one of our offerings, one of our amenities is access to these gyms. So we want to make it so that the experience can be something that makes it very easy for a customer to, if they want to sign up for a class, if they want to connect with a trainer, if they want to eventually, not quite yet, but if they eventually want to order services that are related to that gym, they'll be able to do that as well.
Interesting. So that would exist on their phone as well?
That would exist on their phone as well.
And normally they wouldn't be able to gain access to that gym, but because they've opted into this program?
No, they could, but it might be through a fob, or it might be through some other way where there's a lot of overhead to manage that, where it's not as, it's not quite the experience for the customer.
I see.
There's more management overhead. There's more, So, this would be a way that would tie it all together and just make it what we expect our current customer, but more importantly, our future customer, to be able to interact with us. We're very keen on knowing what our next customer is, our millennials. And yes, you could say that, okay, they're not, if you're trying to lease space for an office building, you need to know who the office manager is, you need to know who the president of that company is and work with them. That's true today. But tomorrow, and even today with some of our smaller customers, the answer is going to be, what do the employees think that work for that company? Do they like where they work? Do they think that there's a lot of offerings that that company has? And we want to show that we can provide that to these customers of ours. Look what we're doing for your employees. Look at this place where they're going to work. Look how they can now connect to services that they might not have if you work somewhere else.
What is it that people need to know about Irvine Company that they may not know? What is it that excites you about the company that you want people at this show to really come away understanding?
So I think everybody knows, who knows the Irvine Company? We've been around for 150 years. We're kind of considered a traditional company, with a lot of tradition and culture in a certain way, kind of a more formal culture, and that's true.
Right.
And that's definitely us. And you see that in our product. But I think what people don't know is that we are also, there's definitely an innovation mindset in the company. And not just technology, but innovation across the organization. And yes, we are traditional. Yes, we've been around for 150 years. But we are challenged to be innovative. And we actually have in our technology organization, we have an innovation program where we have a part of the team that is dedicated to innovation. And we're seeing now, we've done this for a few years now, we're seeing now that the businesses, the divisions, are also wanting to tap into this. They either have their own innovation programs or they're starting to join into our innovation program. And so I think it's a traditional company, but we also are trying to push the envelope with technology and innovation.
Can you give me a hint as to what is beyond for innovation as far as Irvine
goes?
So
right now, for the Irvine Company right now, something that our innovation team is looking into, two things. I'll start, one is AR and VR. So we have a group of, we have an individual who works with people in the business, and we are looking at different augmented reality, virtual reality experiences. And we're at the point now where we've explored a lot of different options out there, and we've actually worked with partners in the space to actually take some of our product and create like a proof of concept. And then we've actually taken it to the point where we've shown our business partners and said, imagine if you did this in the leasing process. Imagine if, when you're taking a customer to a building that's in the middle of development, if you could take them and you could show them what it would look like. And so we've heard people talk about it at this conference, and it's definitely something that's out there. We're really aggressively going after that, and we see that as a great opportunity from a marketing standpoint, from a leasing standpoint, from a development standpoint, just a lot of different opportunities there. So that's something that we're really looking at closely. Another one is BIM, building information modeling. We're looking at that very strongly. We're spending some cycles and some time and energy there. And we've got a little more to go there, but we're definitely seeing that there's opportunities there as well.
Which one of the technologies that's here at the show does Irvine really rely on to provide value?
So, we use a lot of the core products that are out there, and analytics is very important to us. Digital is very important to us. I would say if I took your question, I tweaked it a little bit and said, what are we looking at to add value in the future? I would definitely say it's the AR, VR experience. So, we're looking at the HoloLens as well as an opportunity for us. And I think that that's definitely where we're going to take it from here. We're going to look at ways that we can interact with our customer. Right now, we'll have a leasing director or whatever go out and meet with the customer. We want to take that experience and give it to them online. We want to, if somebody is looking for space in Orange County or in Northern California and they live in New York, we want to be able to give them that experience, remotely and bring it to life for them. So that's really where we're spending our energy right now.
This is an interesting question. People take it a different way. What's the part of what you do that you enjoy the most?
And you mean my specific role?
Yes.
Okay, so my role, my title is Customer and Workforce Solutions. And in that, what I love about my role the most is that I truly get to, even though I'm in a technology role, I truly get to think about what our end customer values and how we can bring to life the Irvine Company for our end customer. And so, traditionally it might be that you're dealing with an ERP, or you're kind of like, your customer is the business people you work with.
Right.
That is my customer, but really I get to think about the end customer, just like the business does.
Right.
And I love that. And then my vision, like I talked about already, and what I'm passionate about is, how do I take, so if you're in an Irvine Company property, it has an Irvine Company feel.
Yeah.
And you'll see it by the plants and the style of the building and everything. How do I take that experience that I have if I'm at Irvine Spectrum, and how do I make you feel that if you're online?
Right.
That's my passion, and that's kind of what I like about what I'm doing.
Matt, thank you so much for joining us.
All right, thank you.
Terrific.
Appreciate it.
Matt Eyer from Irvine Companies telling us about how to take that brand. How are you going to take your company's brand and bring it into a virtual world? How are